Now, if you've ever dreamed of turquoise waters, volcanic peaks, hidden waterfalls, and Caribbean charm, you're in the right place. Welcome back to Island Vacation Travel Podcast. I'm your host, Philoene, aka Matlo. Today, guys, we're diving into my home episode. Well, my homeland episode. Yeah, on this episode, I'll be counting down what I call Saint Lucia's Magnificent Seven. Yeah, the 7 destinations and experiences that define the island. Yes, we're talking about the experiences on the island of Saint Lucia. Been getting a lot of questions concerning that, so feel it necessary to address that and give some suggestions from me, right? Whether you're planning a trip or just love hearing about tropical escapes, you'll walk away knowing exactly what makes St. Lucia unforgettable. I know that's a question a lot of people have. We'll put that into context for you. First of all, the Pitons. Now, the Pitons are Gros Piton and Petit Piton. They are a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Right now, UNESCO is a big foundation that they actually recognize historical sites around the world. And St. Lucia happens to have, I think, like 2, might be 3. But the Pitons are actually UNESCO heritage site recognized. The 2 Pitons are actually in 2 different towns, which we'll get into that soon, or maybe in the next episode as well, because we love the Pitons. Whether it's Gros Piton or Petit Piton, you gotta visit the island and actually get a chance to climb them. Yeah, you could get a chance to actually climb the Pitons. When you're flying into the island, you could actually see them. Now, let me tell you a story. I was fortunate enough, before I even got a chance to climb the Pitons, that my cousin came down from London, England, and brought me on a helicopter ride excursion. I'd never flown on a plane before. That was the treat to me, to actually get a chance to fly around St. Lucia on a helicopter. And that was the first time that I got a chance to see the Pitons, the top of the Pitons, both Gros Piton, Petit Piton, and also Mont Jimmy. That is the tallest peak in St. Lucia. And we'll get to that another time. Yeah. How are you going to get to the top? Helicopter, climb, your choice, right? Now, you could also get guided tours to go on Petit Piton or Gros Piton, whichever one. I think Petit Piton is actually a little bit more challenging to climb because it's a little bit more steep, right? When you come in and visit the Pitons, you want to have very comfortable shoes to begin with. Very comfortable shoes is very important. I think come with a backpack, comfortable clothes, waterproof, light clothing. Like you see the soccer jerseys, they're light. The fabric. You only have those kind of things, vests, shorts, tights, leggings, whatever it is, yoga shorts for the ladies. Also, you want to make sure you have water. Water is very important. Rags, bandanas. You want to make sure you have those so you could, tackle the hills and sweat and that kind of stuff, right? So these are just some of the best things I could recommend for when you actually visit, right? Because St. Lucia is very interesting and mountainous, and you want to go and experience the entire island, see what it's like, right? Yeah, guys, like I said, reasons to visit St. Lucia, 7 magnificent things that you want to visit in St. Lucia. Now, before we keep climbing these mountains, a quick note. If you enjoy this podcast, make sure to follow Island Vacation Travel Podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That is very important to us, guys. Every week, we explore destinations, inside travel tips, and behind the scenes of stories. Also, just different topics as well, right? Exploring different aspects of travel, tourism, and hospitality and all that stuff. Hit that follow button. so you could never miss any adventure. Also, guys, please leave a comment, share, like, subscribe, show us some support so that we could keep this going. Right now, next on the list, one of my favorites of Saint Lucia, right? The Sulfur Springs and Mud Baths. World's only drive-in volcano. I know it sounds outrageous, but yes, it is the world's only drive-in volcano. Sometimes it's so baffling to me that I say, I think they might have another one or something. There are different stuff around the world, you know, but we have the world's only drive-in volcano. The benefits of it, the mineral-rich mud, right? Like a nice mud bath, drink some of the water as well. That's just me, right? Sulfuric and good for the body. Makes the skin nice and soft and rich and, you know? So that's what the Sulfur Springs actually brings into play. You want to make sure you go out there and visit the mud baths and get the mud all over yourself and take some pictures as well. You know, don't forget that part so that you could send back to the family. Right? The last time I went down to Saint Lucia last year, we actually visited there with my family and a group of our people, and they absolutely loved the Sulfur Springs. They got a chance to put mud all over themselves, go and sit down in the springs in the heated the water, which could go up to maybe 100 degrees, 105 degrees, something around that sort. It's pretty hot, like midday and stuff, but it's good for you. Really good for you, and lots good bit of people out there, right? Trying to get some of that. They're flying from around the world to actually experience that beautiful experience. And we're from Saint Lucia, we're that fortunate to have that. So you gotta go check that out. Tips for when you're going down there and you go into the Sulfur Springs. First thing I advise, get all your jewelry off, right? Get all your jewelry off, because sulfur does not react very good to jewelry, right? Fake or real. So it will turn it black. Whether it's gold, whether it's silver, it doesn't matter what gold it is, it's still going to get it black. So you want to take off all your jewelry, diamonds, silver, platinum, whatever it is. Take it off. Stainless steel, take it off, right? Also, bring dark bathing suits when you're going down to Saint Lucia, especially if you're going to visit the Sulfur Springs. You don't want to go for your best, nice colored or white or something. No, it's going to get stained from the sulfur. The sulfur itself is black. It's black mud. It's dark mud, right? Sulfuric. Another good advice I would say, try to go early. When you're talking to your driver, go early so that way you can beat all the crowds, because you best believe the Sulfur Springs on popular demand. People are flocking to actually get down there because it's a big deal. From kings and queens, I've always wanted to come down to Saint Lucia for that. That's what the whole war was partly about, right? Now, moving on, we're going to talk about Marigot Bay, another beautiful place. It's one of the most beautiful bays in the Caribbean, in the whole Caribbean. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I just remember when our group were moving around and Uncle Viral was like, whoa, that water is just blue, man. That is blue. I was like, yeah. Even to me, I was like, wow, that water real blue when we pull into Marigot Bay, go back there, right? Now, quick little note, Marigot Bay used to be a place for ships to hide. Yeah. Like during the war and all that stuff, between Martinique and Saint Lucia, the French and the English and all that stuff, it was a place for them to hide. Not forgetting the pirates. They used to hide out there too, right? Today, it's a beautiful marina. You got lots of luxury yachts and stuff out there. They also film out there, like movies and stuff. Yes, music videos and different series and shows and different kind of stuff like that out in Marigot Bay. I've spoke about that also in different episodes that you could check out a podcast to see when I talk about those different places as well, because we're trying to let you know more about Saint Lucia, right? Now, for food and drink, I mean, you could get some amazing food in Marigot Bay because you have like JJ's Paradise out there where you could get some amazing food. You could get some local seafood because just most of St. Lucia is like fishing villages, right? It's on the coast of the island. So being that you're in a bay, but yeah, they're getting some beautiful fish out there, local fish, fresh fish out there. Fishermen always going to stop out there because there's beautiful hotels out there as well. There's some beautiful resorts out there. Zoe Tree is out there. So, wink, wink. Want to go check it out, right? Now, by the way, guys, if you're thinking about your next trip, whether St. Lucia or anywhere else, you can book now directly through the affiliate links on our website, right? We've partnered with trusted suppliers so you can find the best deals while supporting the podcast. We appreciate that. Just visit www.islandvacays, that's book now on the affiliate links, and you could actually secure your booking right there without any help from a travel agent as well. We have some great partners, whether it's Sandals, Beaches, Disney, just to name a few. We have a few more, even Expedia and Booking.com, Vibro. We have a few links with everybody. If you don't want to just stay there and book directly with an agent, you could also book it directly with your affiliate link, right? So, back to the show. Fourth I have on the list is Pigeon Island National Landmark. It's a park, right? It's a historic site, but it was former military. It was a military site. Let's say exactly what it is. It was a military base. A lot of when the conflict was between Saint Lucia and Martinique, the French and the English, took place from Pigeon Island National Park. That's where it's named after Admiral Rodney, right? So that's kind of part of the history about there. So that was just a historic site. They got jazz out there. There's a beautiful beach out there. You could actually see Martinique from Pigeon Point. It's actually amazing for you to be able to see how big the island, like right in front of you. It's crazy on a clear day, right? You have some hiking trails out there that you would go up on the fort itself. You have fort ruins that you could walk in between, and there's also some beautiful surprises around there as well. You have some beautiful panoramic views, like I said, of Martinique and Saint Lucia, Castries, the bay, Rodney Bay. You could see all that. So also, Sandals is right next door, right? It's, as I said, it's the venue for St. Lucia Jazz Festival. We went there. That's what we wanted to do last year. We went for St. Lucia Jazz, and it was amazing. Loads of people, huge, lots of food, nice, enjoyable. Outside, met some friends, school friends. It was a blast, man. You got to go check out St. Lucia Jazz and the festivals they have out there. It's just a little bit more free, right? So I encourage you to go check it out. Now, next on the list, Sulfur Waterfall and Gardens. For me, this place is interesting. It's called the Diamond Falls Botanical Gardens. It's a botanical garden, right? And there's also a waterfall out there. Beautiful. Heated waterfall. Crazy. Yeah, the waterfall is warm. It's hot water. Yeah. You have some mineral baths were built for King Louis. Yes, King Louis soldiers actually built for King Louis. So that's part of the history. Like I told you, there was a big war between the English and the French, all about that. So that's part of what the Diamond Falls Botanical Gardens is all about. It's actually great for families and photographers. You could see a lot of nature out there, lots of beautiful plants. You could learn lots of herbal medicines, herbal plants, lots of tricks and what different plants are used for, how they grow, what they look like, all out in those Diamond Falls Botanical Garden. Like I said, there's also the Diamond Falls out there. Beautiful. Like I said, the water is warm. It's directly from the Sulfur Springs, right? Because it's a spring, so it has to lead right down to the ocean. So it has to go to the waterfall. That's the Diamond Falls. You want to check that out, right? Now, if you're looking for perfect gear for your trip, lightweight luggage, tropical gear, or travel accessories, check out Island Vacays shop, right? We've created items to make your journey smoother. Just visit the store link that in our show notes, right? Or you could visit islandvacays.com And you could go on the shop, or you could also visit www.ivtaware.store.com. We've partnered with Amazon so that we could get better customer service and we could get it shipped to you even quicker. So check it out. We have some great categories and stuff out there. So you want to check it out? Check it out there. So let's get back to the show. Rodney Bay and Raderie Beach. Yeah, that's one of the first places when I went down to Castries and I was going back to the hotel that we checked out. I love Raderie Beach and Rodney Bay. Rodney Bay is pretty cool. It's kind of less like middle class of Saint Lucia, so it's pretty nice. Pretty nice out there. And Raderie Beach is one of the most famous beaches in Saint Lucia. Lots of people go out there on a Sunday, having fun on the beach. Rodney Bay is also the nightlife hub. Casinos out there, clubs out there, bars out there, lounges out there. You have dining and also shopping out there too. So Rodney Bay is the more touristy area of St. Lucia, in my opinion. I think most people would say that as well too. If you're a tourist and you want to feel like you want to experience a lot of like what you experience when you're in overseas, you go down to Rodney Bay, you could have a great time jumping from bar to bar. But just to say it would be in St. Lucia, so you'd hear people talking in Creole, people having fun, people outside dancing, people are, just moving a little bit more. Right? Raderie Beach is good for water sports. The beach is pretty nice out there. It's very family friendly as well. Beautiful just outside Bay Gardens Resort. Yes, and spa. Yeah. So we actually have some friends out there. We have some video, some footage out there on our Instagram of the beach out in Raderie, where it's like evening time and it's a beautiful sunset, or whether I was actually filming just along the beach, all the stuff that's out there, whether it's kayaks, windsurfing, air surfing. Like Saint Lucia is big on water sports, but Raderie Beach is the right place. Jet skis, sailboats, everything is out there. It's beautiful out there. Also, want to mention Grizzly Friday night. Must always mention Grizzly Friday night street party, because that's the party that never stops. It's been going for as long as I know, as long as I can remember. I think everybody needs to go and get a little bit of Grizzly Friday night in your system, and then some good seafood and dance out in the streets, right? So it's right next to Rodney Bay. Next, guys, on the list, I'll say 7. We have Castries Market. That would be authentic local culture. So the Castries Market has been there for a very, very, very long time. You get to see where all the people from the different countrysides come down and sell different foods and different arts and crafts and clothing and all different kind of stuff. And it's actually very, very cultured in around the Saint Lucia atmosphere and everything, where people speak Creole. You see the different cloths, different types of food that we eat, different type of herbs and spices that we use, everything. You can get souvenirs there as well, fruits, food, everything. Coconuts, fresh fruits, spices, crafts, not to repeat myself. But yeah, you can get it all out there. Crazy thing too, and beautiful and convenient thing is that it's right outside when you get out on the port in Port of Castries. You're coming right out to the market and it's like, yeah, like the flea market. It's kind of like right out there. The market is just beautiful right out there. So I can't say much more about the local culture that's down in the city of Castries. It's right in the center of Castries. That's where you get the best culture with the market in the middle right there. I was not raised in Castries particularly, but my dad's family is actually from Castries, from the city of Castries. I am from Deriso. So Deriso is about like an hour away from Castries, but eventually when I became a young man, we decided that it's time to become a man and get a job in the city. So because the country doesn't have many jobs, so I went down to the city and actually lived in Grizzly, which is a little past Castries. So I was always in Castries, going around. I was going around and seeing and absorbing that culture of Saint Lucia in that way versus us living in the countryside. So I actually enjoy it. You see they playing dominoes outside as well, people talking, people eating food, people cooking, people sharing stories, laughing, joking. Like it's a very robust out there, right? So you gotta experience it. I also have experiences of coming off the cruise ship with my friends, and when we touched down in St. Lucia, coming out and looking for some good food and stepping down in the city, and people from different parts of the world stepping down and actually looking for food in the market and getting similar food to what they eat in their country. I'm talking about like French Polynesian stuff, right? So just quick story. Yes. So I would say the best times to visit the market would be in the morning. As soon as you get out on a cruise ship or if you're in the island, try to get out there in the morning early and also bring cash. It's a market and it's an island, right? Now, guys, one last note. Don't miss our island vacation newsletter, right? Each week, we send travel inspiration, blog updates, and exclusive deals. It's free, and you could sign up at islandvacays.com. Right now. So, guys, there you have it. Saint Lucia's icy, magnificent 7, because it's that good. From the towing Piton Tower in Pitons, guys, to the colorful Castries Market, full of vibrancy and everything in it. Each spot tells a story about the island's beauty. And there is much, much more. Don't even think this is the tip of it. It also tells the history and not forgetting the culture. Now, guys, if you planning a 2025 or 2026 trip, I'd love to hear from you. Yes, I'd love to hear from you. Reach out to us through our website or check out our blog or book using the affiliate link partners. If you don't want to talk to me or you don't want to book it with an agent, you can book it direct as well. We'd appreciate it. We're still going to get a commission for it. We appreciate the love. That will show our partners that we're good to do business with. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in to Island Vacation Travel Podcast with me, Philoene, aka Philo, aka Matlo. Until next time, guys, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and maybe, just maybe, your next destination will be the beautiful island of Saint Lucia, guys. And I would love to see you out there.